Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I am here with the February 7th Foiled Tuesday, and this week's theme is like in the garden, so we have lots of swings and benches and bushes, trees, all that fun stuff. So let's just go ahead and get into it. It is a big one this week. I had zero chill while making this, so I hope that you enjoy the selection this week. Let's just go ahead and get into it. So, like I said, we have a bunch of swings. So I did like 2 different versions of each of the swings. I think there's like 4 different swing styles depending on like the vibe that you're going for. So I have tree swings and then just like regular swing. So here, this is the tree bench swing, and then I have the regular bench swing, and the regular bench swing doesn't have like the foiled branch at the top. So if you wanted to like hang this from like florals or something like that, or a non-foiled tree branch, you have this option. But if you wanted the foiled branch option, you have that as well. So just depending on what you are looking for. And then I want to have different styles of swings as well. So this one's more of like that bench style one. One moment. Excuse me, sorry. And then next we have our wooden swing, which is kind of like your more like traditional one. And so like I said, we have the tree version and the non-tree version as well. Obviously, without that tree branch, you get way more swings. So kind of just depends on what you prefer. Next, we have the tire swing. I feel like this is really good for like lake kits and such. I just feel like tire swings are really popular around lake areas. So you have the version with the tree branch and the version without. Next, we have the floral swing, which is similar to the wooden one, but it does have like floral vines coming down the like edges of the swing. So if you prefer that, you might like this instead of just the regular wooden one. Next, we have this arched trellis, which you kind of have like a wooden style one here, and then more of like a stone one here. And then I have like some of these, they're kind of like trees and bushes and stuff as dividers. So we have 4 different options here. We have the bush wall, which is kind of just like a variety of different bush shapes in like a divider form. We have this tree line. This one has a little bit of height to it. I love it so much. It kind of reminds me of like an orchard sorry. And then next we have the silhouette tree line. So this is kind of like what I imagine, like not what I imagine, but it's more of like a tree shadow, or like kind of like what trees look like at the sunset, like when they kind of look dark and the sky is peeking through the back of them. This is, it reminds me of that. And then next we have this evergreen tree line. This literally looks like a Christmas tree farm. But it's just a different style of tree since these other two were, kind of like this, and then this one doesn't really have like the trunk showing. We also have some fences to fence in that garden. So these are more like the divider style ones. So we have our wooden fence here, where you can just see that it's kind of like the wood texture like in the posts. This one is the farm fence. This gives me farm vibes. Don't know why, but it is the farm fence because of that. Next we have this gated fence. If you see in the middle here, there is a gate and you have some of that foiled grass down there already. And then we have the garden fence. This is similar to the wooden fence, but it just has like some foliage behind it. We have a couple more fences. We have these 2. They're floral fences. They kind of have like wildflowers and such at the bottom. These are smaller than the width of a divider. As you can see here, here's one that's full width, so these are like 1 inch-ish, and they're a little bit taller. And my vacuum in my office just started randomly. One moment. I love the convenience of scheduled things, but sometimes they're an inconvenience. But anyway, so they are a little bit taller than some of the other dividers that I showed you, but I feel like they make a really good decorative piece, especially if you have like some like journaling elements that are like on white paper, like colored elements. Like if you had like some trees and bushes and then layered this on top, I think it'd be really pretty. So these are the 2 floral fences. Next we have these tree branches. They're just simple branches, nothing like crazy about them. They do match the style of the tree swings that I was showing you before. It's not a garden without a wheelbarrow, so we have the mini and the regular here, and they have florals inside of them. I don't know why gazebos give me garden vibes, but gazebos are like some of my favorite things. I don't know why, but they are so cute. So these are the gazebos. We have some little like garden dividers. So we have the tulip garden, and then we have the flower garden, as you can see here. And this would be really cute if you like put it on top of like a colored fence, like one that's not foiled, kind of like at the bottom. I feel like that'd be really cute, especially if you did this or like grass or something like that. We have some floral garden tools, so you get a wheelbarrow and a watering can, and these wheelbarrows are like more of like a drawn style and less of like just like I don't know how to describe it, like a blob, where it's like all filled in. It's a solid, so a little bit of a daintier option. This garden shed is so cute. I wish sheds like did not terrify me, but the fact that they're like outside and I feel like they just like accumulate like so many bugs and stuff like that. I feel like every single time I've gone inside like my grandfather's shed or like my uncle's shed, like I just feel like there's always spiders in there, and I'm terrified of spiders. There's a black widow in my grandpa's shed once, and I had to go make my husband kill it because I can't do it. He's very much like a keep spiders alive person, and I'm very much a like burn them type of person. But yeah, anyways, so we have the mini bushes here, and we have the mini flower bushes. These flower bushes are so pretty. There's like little roses in these top ones. So I think that they are super cute. And then if you wanted some bigger ones, we have the non-mini version as well. Just some regular bushes, and then we have the flower bushes. Next, we have these garden sprouts, which are so freaking cute. If you got our April monthly, and I think the weekly as well, there's like 1 or 2 of these in the kit. So I think that this is super cute. You totally get it and use it with that kit if you want. Ooh, we have so many this week. And then next we have the plant pot. This is just like your basic terracotta pot without being terracotta. So you get 2 different sizes here, and I love them. We have these garden critters, which just kind of like have a couple different little insects, I guess. So we have like I can't tell if this is a bee or a butterfly. Honestly, I'm pretty sure it's a bee. Could also be a butterfly, but this is also a bee. Here we have a ladybug, we have a butterfly, a bird, another butterfly, and then a dragonfly. And you have them looking in different directions depending on how you want to use them. Next we have these garden tools, which are so freaking adorable. We have like the shovel and the rake, and then we have the watering can. These watering cans are going to come in handy, or even the shovel and the rake, when I have to water my plants this spring, because in Georgia, if you do not water your plants, they will all die, which is why my front yard is full of dead plants right now, because it was warmer for much longer than I thought it was going to be, and then I kind of just like got busy and forgot about it, and now all my plants are dead, so hoping that they come back in the spring. And then we have these trees here. So that is everything for these little sheets. These bigger sheets mostly consist of like journaling element size of the ones that I just got done showing you. So let's just kind of quickly go through them, and then I'll show you on the other side how big they are for scale. But we have these, the bench swing here again. So we have, of course, the tree version, non-tree version. I feel like y'all get it by now. We have the wooden swing. Not really sure why I formatted these this way, but I'm sure there was a reason while I was doing it. Next we have the tire swing. And just for reference, the items that are on like these longer like washi size sheets, I make most of the things like this edge here like 2 inches tall. So this object is 2 inches tall, like this object is 2 inches tall, and then like, oops, the ones that I had here, these aren't necessarily 2 inches tall because the height is this way, but they are like 2 inches wide. So I hope that makes sense, but the objects here, the longest edge is usually 2 inches, so. Next we have that arched trellis from before. We have these floral fences. We have the tree branches. I love the way that these look. We have the gazebos. We have all of those little like foliage ones. So we have the bush wall, we have the tree line, the silhouette tree line, and then the evergreen tree line. Like I said, this is 2 inches wide. Now for the fences, we have the wooden fence, the farm fence, the gated fence, and the garden fence. And then of course we have those little gardens that I was talking about. So we have the tulip garden and the flower garden. Here is that shed. We have our trees here. And then we kind of have like the washi versions of things. So we have like those trees and bushes from before. So we have the bush wall, the tree line washi, the silhouette tree line washi, and then the evergreen tree line washi. Here we have the farm fence washi, the gated fence washi, the tulip garden washi, and the flower garden washi. So that is everything for this week. Like I said, a little bit intense this week, but I hope that you guys enjoy it. I feel like even though the theme is like in the garden, that a lot of these stickers can be used in non-gardening themed kits. So you can kind of see an overview here of like just how much is going on this week. Just it's a little excessive, but so here are these swings. So you have the different swings here. Here's those little sprouts. I have those little critters like throughout. We have the different fences here, the tree line and the bushes. We have the tulip garden and the flower garden. Here are those like gardening tools there, the flower pots. This is that big, the journaling size tree. I just want to fill in some space, so I just like cut it up and such. We have the regular size tree here, the arch trellis. These are the mini size bushes. We have the floral watering can and the wheelbarrow. Here is that shed. Here is the big floral wheelbarrow and the mini. We have a bigger size of that bush, the tree branches, the gazebo, and then those two like floral fences. Sorry, you can't see that. Here is the bush wall, the tree line washi, the silhouette tree line washi, and the evergreen tree line washi. And then we have our two different fence washies. And then we have the tulip garden and the flower garden washi down there. Going to the journaling elements, I always had such a hard time laying out this page, but I have the bigger versions of those bushes here, and I have the big versions of the tree branches. These are those different like tree lines and such that I was talking about in the two different gardens. Here are the floral fences, so you can kind of see the height difference here between like the regular fences and the floral fences. And then we have the 4 different like smaller fence sizes. Here's the gazebo, the arch trellis, one of those trees, and this shed. And then of course finally we have these swings. So I kind of like I tried to put the non-tree version of the swing next to it, but the spacing was not working out. But you can see, I hope you can see the difference here between the tree branch version and the not tree branch version. And then just for the record, I did have to cut this one. So this one does hang down further than I'm showing here, but I had to cut it so it wouldn't fall off the page. But that is everything for this week. I hope that you enjoy this week's $2 Tuesday. I think it's a really fun one. It is jam-packed with goodness. Let me know how you've been feeling about the $2 Tuesdays lately. I've been working super hard on them, and I feel like the hard work paid off, in my opinion. But let me know in the comments down below. I think that's it. So I will talk to you guys later this week. Bye.